Instagram announced subscriptions, and it doesn't stop just there. They said they would let the creators own their own audiences.
I also believe that creators should own their relationship with their subscribers. So we're working on ways that creators can take their subscriber list and bring them off of Instagram.
To me, that's like a gym saying you can take the equipment home with you. Adam Mosseri said that this subscription service would apply to Instagram stories, Instagram lives, and badges for now.
Over time, we hope to expand these features because it's important that subscriptions are integrated throughout the entire Instagram experience.
But this already sounds a bit familiar, right? So will fans actually use this? Will creators switch from Patreon over to Instagram? Let's find out. There's an 88% chance that you're someone who creates content because that's who this channel's for. So as a creator, if you had the option, I mean, some of you might even have a Patreon. I definitely think you don't have an Instagram subscription yet.
So this first version is a test here in the US, relatively small number of creators.
But which one would you prefer to use with your audience? Let's jump into the 4 reasons why I think Instagram will replace Patreon, but let's work our way backwards and start with number 4. Because honestly, I am the person that always starts with dessert first. So the obvious ease of use. It's the same platform. You don't have to go somewhere else in order to consume this content that you're receiving from this special creator that you were subscribed to. I mean, just check out a few of these reviews from Patreon inside the App Store. It's not looking too good. And let's face it, we all have way too many applications on our phone, and opening something in a browser just isn't as easy as carrying it and being able to consume wherever we go. But if you are someone that uses Patreon, let me know how clunky or non-clunky the experience actually is. For this case, we're gonna look at the best Patreon creator. I mean, the account with the highest number of people subscribed and paying month to month. It's True Crime Obsessed. That's right, the podcast. And this podcast has 130,000 followers on Instagram, yet subscribe to one of their Patreon plans, they have 48,620 people. So Instagram definitely has a lot more. If they switched over, would more people be subscribed? These are definitely interesting numbers to look at, but this is not the case for the best performing Patreon creators. And we'll look into that in just a sec. Now, coming in at number 3, the reality. Creators on Instagram are hungry to monetize. People have been spending years and years creating for this platform that in reality, the platform directly is giving them no return. I mean, let's be honest, they have rolled out little things here and there, but it's not the same thing as other platforms that creators are actually spending the same or even more amount of time creating for. And just with this recent announcement, there has been so much buzz already created. Creators rejoicing at the fact that this new monetization will be added to the platform. And if we look at it by the numbers, there are currently over 500,000 active influencers on Instagram. And not all creators classify themselves as influencers. So just imagine the number of people who would be interested in something like this. I mean, let's just think about it. There are so many creators on Instagram with such strong communities. It's a no-brainer. And that brings us to our next point, which I know is gonna get a lot of comments, but I truly think it's the reality. And before you jump to conclusions, I want you to actually think about it and then let me know your opinion. Instagram has become the digital credibility of status. Think about it. You meet someone, you search. You find out about somebody, you search. We're all searching. And whether we like it or not, fake or real status, the majority of the times can be a little fake, but it is that digital credibility of status. And you might be saying, but Laura, not anymore, it's gone down. I mean, TikTok, come on, Laura, it's not the case anymore. Listen up. The reality is, from these statistics, because I did my research, was that yes, it's true. There are more TikTok users than Instagram users, but only in one age demographic, in teens. That means that all the other age demographics are still thriving. And whether we like it or not, Instagram is about to come up on their 12th year, and they're still the second largest platform in app downloads. I mean, come on, 12 years later, they still have it going on. And yes, there are so many people saying that Instagram is dying. And look, while I agree Instagram isn't the same thing that it was before, I do think they have a lot more planned than we can ever actually imagine, especially coming out with new features like this. But because I do love a good chit chat, let's go find one of those people that says Instagram is dying. World, say hello to Gabe, the person,
The overdriver.
one of the people that think Instagram is dying. So you're definitely one of the people that have said Instagram is dying, but do you think with a new feature like this, they could replace Patreon?
I don't think it will replace Patreon. Patreon will still be the one for podcasters, YouTubers, or people that don't have their main audience on Instagram. This new feature on Instagram is just for people that need to have a way to monetize their audience without exiting the platform.
And while yes, I do totally agree with this because from my research, from the 4 top creators that are using Patreon, 2 of them aren't even on Instagram. However, what I do think the advantage is the number of creators that are excited and ready to use this new feature. Patreon currently has 195,219 creators, but I definitely think the number of creators that will implement this Instagram subscription is a lot more. And that's what happens when an application with so much power integrates subscriptions. It overtakes it and replaces it. I mean, unless Instagram says something crazy like they're gonna take 50% of the commission. Because if so, then I'm just kidding about all this. Brought you a mic.
Thank you.
Fuzzy. Now we can proceed. And because I love a good chit chat, let's welcome Gabe, one of the people. Wow, Florida sun. Did I tell them to subscribe and comment? I hope so.